What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an all-new Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 with our Russian imperialistic campaign. We are, of course, about to declare war on the Ottomans. However, one thing I did notice is that the Ottomans are allied to Cyprus, of course, and Tuscany once again. So now that I actually have Venice as a vassal, and they are actually switching over a lot of their provinces to Orthodox, what we're going to try to do is basically have a massive naval invasion. And, of course, we're going to station all of our troops in Venice and just try to outright annihilate Tuscany early on. Is it going to work? I don't know. But we're probably going to also produce a few additional units. I don't really want to do this because it will cost me money. This is boats. I literally just built boats by accident. This is awkward. Let's go ahead and build some additional units. And I think we are going to build about 3 regiments of about 16,000 troops. And I definitely have enough money to pay for all of these. Oh, you know what I should have done? I probably should have built my troops on over into actual Russia. Because obviously we're building boats and they did make a rather long queue. And surprisingly enough, we probably are also either building additional galleys, but I feel like we're actually building additional transports. So it is what it is. We're going to have 240 units in total. And yes, we are in fact building 18 transports. And we're roughly building 50,000 troops. I thought it would be more than that. 18 plus 18 is 36, plus another 18 would be much more than 50, unless some units are already produced. So while we're waiting, let's go ahead and bring over a variety of units to Venice. And obviously, we are going to have to wait probably around 2 or 3 years just to go ahead and gear up our naval production. And finally, we are working on our very last province that is going to be switched on over to the correct religion. Alright, we've finally got a few units on inside Venice. We are going to be waiting for all of these units to produce, all of these ships to be constructed, and we are still building a castle on the eastern frontier of the Ottoman Empire. Let's bring these 18 units on all the way up to Alania. And I'm trying to see if we should really do anything else. Like, while we're waiting, obviously funnel up a variety of additional troops. And I am going to go ahead and glance. How many units does Tuscany actually have? 158,000, though they have very little manpower. So any damage we inflict will most likely be permanent. But I would absolutely like to have a navy this time around. I feel like it would definitely make things easier. Okay, let's send these 18,000 units over. And so really, we're going to need a lot more units than what I'm probably prepared for. Right now, I've got roughly 60,000 troops here. I think the correct answer is 54, if I could learn to add. But the idea is if they have 150,000 troops, I'm going to need a lot more as well. And obviously, one of my biggest priorities is when we're looking at defeating Tuscany first, I'm probably going to give Venice the province of Ferrara and Mantua. Now, keep in mind, these are double the price, so this is going to be a lot of conquering, but I think it's going to be possible. Bringing over some additional troops. Though very slowly. I could actually go ahead and move up to speed 4. You're going to go here. We are waiting for another 18 units. And now you can swing on into Verona. So now that we have 36 times 3, around 100,000 troops, I might even throw in a little bit of extra. You're going to go to Zeta. We're still waiting for all of these units to be produced, and it will take some time. I am a little nervous because if they somehow do cross the Straits of Maramara, no, that's not going to happen. We obviously just need to throw in a naval blockade and then they won't be able to do anything at all. And we've got another 18. Swinging you on up. I wonder how many units we could actually store here. Roughly 48, and there are 60 at this exact moment. I see they have 51 ships here. I'm wondering if there's anything else we could do. Can we upgrade to better cannons? Yes, we can. Can we get better midshipman cadets? all we get is better morale, and all of our ships cost more. Let's get our flying battery, and we are obviously still waiting for a lot of these ships to be produced. Very slowly, I might add, but at least some of these +1s are going away, which is making me happy. Now, I'm wondering if we're going to be able to afford everything once we throw in all of our army maintenance. And waiting for a couple other units. And I get that all of our ships aren't necessarily ready, but I might bring our army maintenance up just a tad, just to basically get ready for this ridiculously expensive war. And one thing I'll probably do is raise war taxes. I haven't done that in a very long time. But a lot of our ships are still being produced, and unfortunately some are going to be +1 after they're done. So another 202 days technically. We don't really have any extra missionaries. We are gaining a lot of manpower. So we aren't really doing poorly in that regard. Do we have a commandant? No. So let's switch on over. We don't need him yet. I'm going to miss having this +2, but it's certainly going to be worth it. And I wonder, do I want to raise additional levies? I could get a lot of extra manpower. I could. The loyalty would come up in time. Can't call a diet for another 8 years, and it looks like I can now get construction cost reduction for the rest of the game, but obviously what I want is the National Bank, and the land maintenance modifier reduction would be amazing, because all of our troops would be ridiculously cheaper. And obviously still waiting on a lot of these units, still waiting on a lot of these galleys. Once we actually have our navy, I feel like we are going to be able to annihilate anything that they throw at us. Let's take the 15% autonomy. Let's destroy these rebels. And I hate to do this, but we're probably going to bring the army maintenance up just a tad bit more. And we're still making a lot of money, even with all of these additional ships. Well, at least we'll see in just a few moments how much money we actually are making. I would love to get some extra merchants, but we just don't really have any ability to do so. Annihilated them, and we've gained the Glory Seeker trait, gaining double the prestige and double the army tradition, or at least 50% more. I'm going to let Armenia siege this down, so then I can go ahead and focus on reducing army maintenance just a tad bit more. And I guess, if anything, we're going to be declaring war in 290 days. But at least all of our troops are preparing. We are getting ready to go. And we now have these 50 units that are going to just basically camp out on the coast of Mara. These 102 are going to go up to the Gulf of Venice. And I believe the only other ships that we are producing... So we had 18. So we did construct these 18 East Indiamen. And I'm guessing we're still waiting on all of these units to stack together to become 50. Once some of our galleys get destroyed, I don't know if I'm really going to make any more. The entire idea is to start boosting our trade income, and I'm not sure how we're going to do that. I also would like to go ahead and seize some land from Hungary. Probably not the best idea, but we do have a lot of prestige. I could do the same thing with the Teutonic Order, but they have 375 development, while we have... the Hungarians have 271. Okay, 169 days until we declare our war. Might as well go ahead, take these 18 ships, move them into Theodoro, and let's bring another 18 units over. In fact, I'm probably going to bring another 36 units over. Just so when we actually do some battles, we are just going to just outright annihilate them. At least that's the plan. So anyway, we've got about 138 days, so let's bring our army maintenance all... Oh, we're losing money now. Probably going to lose a lot more than this in the upcoming months. If we switch over to a commandant, we'll save 8 ducats a month. And now we're losing 1.83 ducats every single month. Now, like I said, the entire idea is we are going to lose some galleys. And I am expecting us to basically, take some losses as well. I'm hoping that some of these units probably just get outright defeated. But they are going to do a little bit of damage. So 80 days till we declare our war. Should I bring in some additional units? I guess I will. But finally, I'm going to try to leave about 3 regiments of 18. I've got another 18 up here that I'll probably swing on over, because 18 alone are going to get annihilated. So these 18, I guess, can go to Verona. Assuming that we have enough leaders, which we do not, I will produce one more. I guess we have a 4-3. Not bad, but not amazing by any means. These units are now going... So we have 18 in Theodoro. Let's probably bring 18 all the way up to Abo. And in 40 days, once we go and have all 50 of these units, we will send them down. I have some missionaries, but sadly enough, I can't send them anywhere to assist. A lot of people taking attrition, and I guess that's expected. All 50 of these units are now going to obviously going to sail down to Moria. And sadly enough, our king has just died. Well, luckily we could still declare war. Let's do that. Look, whoa, not declaring on Tuscany because we want to declare on the Ottomans. Let's declare our war. They are bringing in Tunisia. That was not the case a couple months ago. And now all of our units, once Tuscany moves on in, let's give you a leader. And you all are going to go to Mantua. You all can go to Milan. And so they should get sieged down fairly easily. Or at least I hope so. Tuscany is getting annihilated. We have a navy, but they're probably going to try to destroy these units first. And I'd like to move on in and take out all of these forces. Can I go like this? Yes, I can. I hope we have some leaders in here. And it looks like we are going to have a massive, massive battle. Though we did prepare and we annihilated almost 35,000 units. So now most of these are going to go to Ferrara. 2 of these are probably going to go up. Let's actually send 3. 1 will go here, and 1 will go there, to Mantua. Okay, so I see that we have some naval combat occurring. I'm actually going to put 2 people on Constantinople and 2 people on Edirne. We are on speed 3, so things are going fairly slow. And there should be another 50 units swinging on in somewhere, and I don't see them at all. There they are. Very far away. So we are doing a lot of damage to Tuscany. We might lose all 50 of these ships just outright, which I don't want to have happen. But we have a lot more galleys than they do, so I'm sure we'll do some damage, or at least try to do some damage. Sadly enough, Tunisia is now in this war. Okay, we lost 18,000 units. So now our people are going to be a little bit cheaper. Hopefully we don't get attacked. And if we do, we should be able to respond on time. Alright, now we're being attacked in the farmland. I'm going to wait until they lock in. Not really what I wanted to be a part of. Don't want to march that way. Looks like we are going to be victorious. Sounds good. I do want to leave... I should probably start leaving 1 unit on each of these castles. You need to swing on back. And now it's negative 28% chance of surrender. Let's get the yearly prestige. I'm debating, like, I see all these status quos, and that kills me inside because things are going just so slowly. So how is our naval battle coming along? We're defeating a bunch of ships. Surprisingly enough, we did win. We sunk 13 heavy ships, and we only lost about 27 galleys. So I am happy that worked out. We are going to go ahead and repair what we can. And now I'm guessing we're barely going to be losing any money at all, because most of our navy's been destroyed. I wish this wasn't so slow. And obviously I could just speed things up a little bit. But you would think, I could put on a lot more cannons. But this is positive 8. Let's go ahead and take 1 unit here. Or leave 1 unit, I should say. And we're going to go just... Well, we're being locked in. Go annihilate the Tuscany troops. And still negative 21. We're defeating a lot of enemy units. Surprisingly enough, Tuscany actually owns Gors. I might give that to Venice. I don't know. Does Venice have any cores? No, they do not. And most of our ships are being repaired. Did our 50 ever make it down? Not that I can see. We're getting a lot of status quos, and that actually kills me inside. So I might go ahead and bring over a couple extra cannon, or they're just going to get attacked. But nothing that we can't handle. All of you go there, and I guess you go here. Try to assist wherever you can. Surprisingly enough, it looks like 8 cannons are going to make a world of difference as we have now crushed down their walls. And all I really want to do, I'm sure Tuscany might even want a white piece. No, negative 42 reasons. So like I said, we're going to probably take Ferrara. Let's see if we could find Tuscany. Okay, so how upset would the world be? Not very upset, surprisingly enough. I could do something like this, give all 4 of these away, but then the aggressive expansion might be quite high. I would probably do something along the lines of this, and give all of... Oh my goodness, what is this? 48. That's possible. I could do that. Tuscany would forever be weakened. I don't know. Where are the Ottomans sieging down? A lot of the territory in Iran, but all we need to do is take their capital and we'll begin accumulating war score. I wonder, with 72 units, how many do the Ottomans have? A lot of units. So I guess we're not going to do that. Okay, we're about to be attacked. I am going to force march myself over. Just in case. We should be able to defeat them, and it looks like we are... Ooh! They are bringing a lot more units than I am used to. Let's actually use the other unit. You know what? Let's take both of them, because I don't want to lose. Let's take the trade efficiency and the diplomatic power. I hope we can arrive on time. And it looks like we did. 64% chance of surrender. Let's absolutely go ahead and get the yearly inflation. And this number is going to be going down by 0.2%. Every single month, so they are going to be slowly but surely helping us out. I wish I didn't have to move every unit, but obviously I do want to, win. Let's move all of these to Ferrara. You're going to go to Mantua. We're probably going to go in a variety of groups. And you can go to Ferrara. Man, we were doing so well sieging them down. Now it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. Let's take these 50 ships, send them on over to try to remove these 33. In fact, I could actually move them all into the Sea of Maramara. And somehow I gained a variety of transports, which I don't really need. Okay, is there anything I can do? We are blockading the port. We are gaining back some units, which is obvious. I wish I... You know what? I can't move into Modena. I would have loved to have done that. And it looks like we are about to be attacked again. But nothing we can't handle. Maybe. I don't know if we can handle this. It looks like we don't have a leader in here, which makes me very curious. I hope this battle goes in our favor, but it very well might not. Have we really just lost all of our troops? Well, let's go ahead and maneuver another 36,000 up, another 36,000. I remember we actually lost one outright, but we're down 112,000 troops. Hopefully we don't die. I wonder how many units we're about to lose. A lot. Well, nothing we can't handle, I hope. I could purchase a new ability. Let's get Global Naval Engagement plus 20%. And I guess all we probably need to do... I wonder, can we get reinforcement speed? Yes, we can. You're going to swing on over to Austria. Austria doesn't like me, but what if I ask for military access? And then you swing here, you go there, you go there, and you go there. You're going to go up to Crane. You're going to go up to Zagreb. We're probably going to be producing more units. And I don't know how many we lost, but it was probably a few. I'm going to create 4 more just in case. I don't mind going into loans if I absolutely need to. And we got to remember, one of our biggest priorities is to switch back and get additional discipline. Ha! Venice is getting annihilated. Well, at least the Ottomans are going to have a hard time sieging down everything, or at least I hope so. We have some rebels up in the north. Maybe the Teutonic Order will deal with them. And what's cool is because we have the reinforcement speed, all we really need are roughly... We went from 112,000 down to about 39,000 is all that's left. I really hope they don't take everything, and they very well could. We have lost the siege of Milan, so somehow the Tuscany has been able to just outright defeat me. But we're about to get all of our additional units. They're all going to swing on down, and then we should be able to just annihilate them with overwhelming firepower. Or at least that's the plan. We have a revolt in Krakow. The Teutonic Order is not doing well. Okay, you are done. You're going to swing there. You are done. You're going to go here. And you are done. So let's march you over. And as soon as this becomes 18, we are going to bring this unit over. So we do have a lot of troops. It's just that, for some reason, they were able to defeat us. How many units are we lacking? 8,736. So I'm going to probably bring everybody over in a massive, massive death stack. And let's go ahead and switch back over to discipline. Every unit is making its way over. And now everybody will go into Friuli and annihilate all of the Tuscany troops. They have roughly 150. We have more. Oh my goodness, look at that -1 terrain. They lost 16,000 troops. We lost about that many too. I'm going to retake Brescia. Or at least try to. And 49% chance of a surrender. Let's send all 54 to Milan. Once again, we've taken Verona. I would like to just outright destroy these units. We have 163,000. They have 63,000. We have annihilated, oh my goodness, 25,000 troops in almost just one battle. Okay, everybody is doing well, except the Ottomans are obviously taking a bunch of my territory, but I can live with that. As long as we can remove and whittle away a lot of the Tuscany forces, I think we're going to be fine. And I hate to do this, but I'm probably going to just destroy these walls. I know, I know. And let's actually raise manpower, or excuse me, raise war taxes. Now making additional 40 ducats a turn. So I don't think we're really going to go into loans. Draft citizens or spend money and gain a lot of base manpower. I think we know our answer. We're about to be attacked. They are locked in. I'm going to shift-click them back so they do return. Getting annihilated. They just lost 50,000 units. Can we go into Parma? Yes, we can. We can do a lot of sieges all at once. And I hate to do this, but I'm probably going to... we're losing so much military power, but we need to do it. The Teutonic Order are obviously getting annihilated by rebels and political strife. We've taken Ferrara. Let's go ahead and move into Ramona. Let's send out a few units to Modena. And it looks like we are about to be attacked again. Oh, no, maybe not. Parma is now ours. We are now having a massive naval battle that we should win. Can you go to Umbria? Not really. Can you go to Firenze? Yes, you can. You're going to go here. You're going to go... You can't. So, we'll figure out what we're doing. I see these units might even try to assist. So let's bring in all of these guys. A massive battle in the farmlands. And we should win that fight without any real competition. Oh my goodness. They just lost another 25,000 troops. I wish I could follow them, but I don't know how. Okay, so let's send a few units on over once again. One will go there, one will go there, one will go there. A couple will go down. One will go to Firenze. And we'll just plan out for a second. I see there's a lot of units on the eastern flank. We're not really about to be attacked. And let's take a look at Tuscany. So they obviously won't give us what we want, negative 115 reasons, but they do want a white piece, surprisingly enough. I absolutely am going to give Ferrara to Venice. I'm going to give Mantua to Venice. And probably these four. You know, I was thinking about Gors as well. I don't know. Let's see, this one and Milan. This is a lot of development that we would just give away. But obviously I do want to weaken Venice. They have been a thorn on my side for too long. And surprisingly enough, they will cede Ferrara, but they won't cede Mantua because our demands exceed war score. That doesn't make sense. Well, I guess we'll figure that out in a couple minutes. Where is their capital? We're sieging down their capital, so that's amazing. You all are gonna go here. I hate to do this, but this is taking way too long. So let us go ahead, destroy these walls, and destroy these walls. So I'm gonna send an extra unit on up. I'm gonna send a bunch of extra units onto Firenze. And we might lose a couple of extra troops from attrition, and that's fine. I can invest in interest per annum, so if I ever do take any loans, they will be substantially cheaper. I kind of just want to take all of these units except one and leave them there. Ooh, I don't know if I want to do that either. But we're moving on in, 87,000 against 68. We should be able to just win. No. Not going to take that chance. We have won the siege of Monteferraro. Do we go into the mountains with no leader? Let's hire another one. A 6-3 is going to annihilate anything in its path. We are annihilating Tuscany. And let's go destroy these 49,000. I'm surprised that these walls fix themselves. How is that possible? I don't know. But at least we are doing well. I do want to destroy all of these units sometime soon. Let's get the free stability. We have taken their capital. Let's destroy all of their remaining units. How can I not move right now? There it is. We destroyed roughly 30,000 troops, and so let's glance at Tuscany. What can we take? We could take a few provinces. I would like to take Modena as well, but they're not going to give it to me so easily. But I think this war has been going on far too long. Can I take Gors? No. Let's take Mantua and Ferrara. We're going to give both of those to Venice. I would love to take all of their money, but we're going to take as much as we can, which is very, very little. 200 coin. And so now the idea is Venice is obviously going to be a lot stronger. We've gained about 68 development. And so now Tuscany will be weaker in future wars. Let's take all of these ships, get them repaired. Let's send most of these units to the north. And then basically we're going to swing on in and then take all of these lands. I wonder, can we get a blockade of Tunisia and get them out of here? What's also going to be cool is I get that that's only 2 provinces, but it's so much development. And actually, they've gained the Po estuary, so actually they are going to grow substantially. I wonder how many actual trade power, 48% trade power for Venice, so they're making a lot of money, actually. And what's cool is they are going to switch on over to Orthodox, or at least eventually. I'm debating on sending I don't know if I really need too many troops in the north. Let's do something like this, and then all 158 of you will walk down to Constantinople, and you'll come to the north as well. Now, I've got a lot of prestige. I would like the Teutonic Order to assist, so I'm going to placate local rulers and see where we can move from there. So all we really need to do is siege down Adana, which should not be a big deal. Unfortunately, I don't know where it's at. We're losing a lot of manpower from walking. But they'll arrive on time, or at least sometime soon. Let's go annihilate these rebels first, which I guess are the hardest ones. And there they go. Let's go destroy these Bohemian separatists. Everybody should be in Constantinople, and so now all of you are going to just walk across to Ankara. And Adana is all the way down here. 30 development, probably not in the strongest position. And I don't want to lose a lot of manpower, so you're going to go there, you're going to go there, you two are going to go to Sugla once again. And let's go ahead and side with the Boyars, and the reason why is we are going to want a lot of loyalty and influence, and I might even have to go ahead, pause the game, this is going by a little bit too quickly, and let's raise additional levies. We just gained 70,000 manpower, and obviously I did need that. So we're going to send down a lot of troops. Everybody is doing some fantastic work, though we do need to capture their capital very, very soon. Tunisia is doing a lot of damage to me, which I don't like. Can I remove all of these units? Probably. And what I'm going to do is split these guys into 4 different groups. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, all blockading wherever we can. Okay, Sugla is mine. You will go to Mentesi. You two will go to Isil. You will go there. Can you two go to Sinop? I doubt it. Can we add any more cannons here? No. So I guess these two will just chill. And it looks like all of our boats are now constructed. 24 will move here. 24 will go there. Let's actually send 24 and then 23 here. So I get that we have around 70 boats and then 25, but the reasoning behind that is I want to have all of my boats in one area, and then I'm going to move them together, if that makes any sense, just to clear everything up. We've taken Ankara. Everybody now needs to go to Adana, while these 35 can go to Sinop. You can go to Karaman, and you can go to Bozak. And once we take Isil, and once we take Adana, things should swing in our favor. I would absolutely like to go ahead and remove Tunisia from this ridiculous war. So let's try to go ahead and remove a lot of their trade power, as we do have a lot of blockades. 100%, 100%, 100%, and 100%. So now, pausing the game, this is going by so quickly, looking at Tunisia, what we want now is a white peace. We technically have 18% war score. I'm going to raise war taxes once again, and we are now going to be making a lot of additional money. Let's get absent merchant power in Samarkand. And like I said, all we need to do is take this area. We already have 28% chance of surrender. You are going to move here. Everybody is doing fantastic, as we expected. Though I wish our forts would have held out for a little bit longer. We have won the Siege of Isil. Can all of you go to Diakabur? We're so many pop-ups, so much of everything. Let's send these units to Sinop. 35% chance of surrender. There it is. Now, 36 units are going to go to Trebizond. 1 will go to Kanak and then to Trebizond. And I'm willing to bet that once we actually take the capital, you know, our war score just went from -20 to +10, so that's a 30% difference. Most of you will now go to Aleppo. 1 will go to Antioch. 1 will go to this area, and you will go to Marish. Another naval battle. Hopefully we're going to win this. I do also probably want to... you know what? I was going to take another vassal, but I feel like I have military access where I should not. Cancel military access in Austria and begin improving relations with Austria. And can I improve relations with France? No, not really, because I'm still doing it. What about Spain? Let's improve relations. And as soon as the 6th of December comes around, we will go ahead and... Wow, we lost a battle. We will go ahead and begin improving relations. with Austria. I'm now going to send all of these units on down. They're doing nothing but taking attrition. And much like I said before, looking at Tunisia, do they want a white peace? They will in about 1 day. There it is. So we no longer need to deal with this threat. And now all of our boats can basically remaneuver and reposition themselves. We have won the siege of Aleppo. All of you can go to Damascus. All of you can go to Trebizond. And now all that's really left is roughly 200,000 units, but we obviously can annihilate anything they throw at us. And let's take a glance. I wonder if these units should actually move to the north, deal with whatever Ottomans we can find, which actually are surprisingly there. And what do we want to take? So ultimately my idea is if I could somehow build up some powerful forts, maybe in Hormuz. I don't know. All we're going to do is glance around. I am going to give some provinces to Armenia. But I would love to take Turkey and never have to deal with this again. I'm just going to see exactly how much we could take before the war score thing comes up. This is a lot of territory. So there is the war score that we were talking about. And one thing that I'm thinking about doing is doing something like... Ooh, I can't. So I could try to do something like this. And the idea is I understand there would be 140.8% war overextension. But some of these provinces will probably go to Armenia. And then we'll just annex them in time. Like Tabriz, it would be amazing to have that. And a bunch of other mountainous provinces. And so also, one thing I want to point out is the Ottomans, once again, are going to have a lot of war exhaustion. So they're going to have to deal with that on their own. We are improving relations. I'm so happy that Venice is actually like a pretty powerful regional power now. I mean, now that they've gained about 58 development, I would love to just continue to take provinces the next time we go to war with Tuscany. I'll probably take Milan, I'll probably take Cremona, and then they will definitely be very, very powerful. I might even go to war with the Papal States. Maybe not. Oh my goodness, this episode is 37 minutes. Thank you all for joining me. I will see you in our next adventure.